Hi guys, my name is Hutchings, CEO of Elite Property Investments. Welcome back, and this is lesson 3. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about property. Okay, now why property? Why property investing? Why do you hear so many stories about property investors and the money that people can make from property? Now, property for me has been a substantial part of my life. Okay, I started investing in property from the age of 19. All right, so the one place where I felt safe putting my money is in property, because no matter what happens, after a long period of time, it's statistically proven that property doubles every 7 to 10 years. Okay, now certainly in my lifetime, since I've started playing professional football, that has been true for me. Okay, now where we are today in 2012, over the last 3 to 4 years, everybody would say that there's been a downturn in the market, property market isn't great, and I even know some colleagues who have actually gone bankrupt from investing in property. But what I would say is, coming back to lesson 2 about responsibility, there's lots of different ways of investing, and there's lots of different ways of investing in property. Okay, and what we have to be is responsible for the way that we invest. Now, times change, just like anything, nothing's ever the same. Okay, now how I invested in property 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years ago is different to how I invest in property today. But as long as we're learning, as long as we're growing and we understand the situations that we're in, and you're adapting your strategies, property has always produced an income and produced a profit for my company. Certainly, I can't say that for everybody, but when it's done properly and it's done in the right manner, property for me is the number one stable place where I certainly find putting my money. Now, I've looked at lots of different investments. I have lots of different investments, okay? But the number one thing to remember is, with property, we have a little bit longer in what I would call fail time. So for instance, on the stock market, if it goes wrong, you could wake up one day and everything be out of the water. Okay, in a sense of, you can invest £100 in the stock market and tomorrow the money could be gone and that's it. All right, in the property market, if it goes wrong, you're still left with that house. You can still rent it out. There's still options that you can do with that property, okay? And if you can, over a period of time, okay, 7 to 10 years being the rule, okay, that property has proven, okay, statistically it's proven that it doubles in its value. Now, what that means is, between 0 to 10, and the cycle that we're in at the moment, that might be 12 years, who knows, okay? None of us know the answers, all right? But what I do know is that, firstly, the way I invest in property is I buy, I add value, and then I sell, okay? Now, there's lots of different strategies. I also buy, I rent out, and I hold, okay? And that strategy, I have to make sure that on a monthly basis, it's providing me an income. Now, this is where, a few years ago, lots of people got it wrong, and you maybe know someone who got it wrong as well, and maybe you've heard stories that this person lost a load of property or lost a load of money. The reason being is the strategies they were using were incorrect, okay? Now, you have to make sure, if you're going to buy and hold a property, it has to be paying you an income. Don't listen to the people that are saying to you, oh yeah, but over a period of time, your property will grow. You don't have that time. As a professional sports athlete, you might be injured tomorrow. You might lose your career next year. You might not get a new contract. Now, if you're waiting for 7 to 10 years and you don't have a contract in a year's time, that's no good to you. You cannot afford to be putting your money into a mortgage every month when you've got your own house to live in as well. And this is where so many professional football players that I know went wrong. They went out, bought 10 houses, listened to the first person who told them that was a good idea because they didn't have to put down cash, ended up paying money on a monthly basis because the rents was not covering the mortgages, and then before they knew it, lost their income from being a professional football player, had 10 properties, 2 or 3 of them not rented out, all of a sudden there's no income to cover it. As professional sports athletes, we have to understand, guys, we're different from the normal population. Okay? So lesson 3, in property, it's a great place to put your income. It's a great place for that nest egg that you've saved, but you've got to make sure you're doing and adopting the right strategies at the right times. Okay, guys? And that comes from lesson 2, taking responsibility to learn your marketplace. Know what type of market we are at the moment and how you're investing into that market. All right, guys, I hope this lesson has helped you. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.